A little jealousy never hurt nobody. You might have heard that before. But there's a very fine line between jealousy that is acceptable and jealousy that is holding you back and letting you play small. In this video, I'm gonna show you that dealing with jealousy and overcoming it can be totally easy, because I use these strategies myself and I know they work if used correctly. So stay tuned. I'm Vivi, welcome to Adventure World. My channel is all about guiding you to an exceptional relationship with yourself, with your partner, and just live a better quality of life due to emotional intelligence and radical responsibility. In this video, we're talking about jealousy. And if you want to improve your life, yes you, consider subscribing, because this is all my channel is about. Jealousy is actually an alarm system, so it's not generally bad. We're feeling jealous when we feel that something is wrong with our partner, when we have the feeling that something isn't really going the way it's supposed to be, when he's acting weird, when we think, maybe he's seeing someone else, maybe he's betraying us, maybe there's something underlying going on, or we're getting jealous when we're playing small. And we get jealous of what other people achieve, have, or do, because we want to do the same. And these are indicators where we have to look, wait a minute, what's going on here and why am I feeling jealous? It is important to say that there are people that are generally more jealous than other people. And this comes back to the attachment styles we developed in our childhood. And I'm gonna link this video up here. Watch the video about the 4 attachment styles to figure out which attachment style you are. And people with a secure attachment style, which by the way are kind of rare, don't really get jealous that easily, because they trust themselves and they trust their partner. They also have higher self-esteem and less feelings of it being inadequate than people with an insecure attachment style. I've also noticed that people that are generally more self-confident, that love who they are, how they are with others, how they are by themselves, and who are in love with what they do and with their general quality of life and with just their general life, what are they doing, what's happening, what's going on, are less jealous than people who are unsatisfied. That's kind of obvious, right? But I think it is important to mention. Also, people who fear that there's no alternative for a relationship, for a friendship, for a better life, tend to be much more jealous, because they're so scared that if this, what they are already having, this relationship, this friendship, is gonna break up, is gonna fall apart or crumble, they're not gonna find something or someone else. That is why they get so much more jealous. And it's actually highly likely that because they are so jealous, the relationship, the friendship, the whatever is gonna fall apart. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. So when you get jealous, ask yourself, what is the reason I'm getting jealous here? And is there a pattern of getting jealous? Let's say you're always getting jealous at this one friend of yours. Well, what is this one friend doing differently than you? What is that one friend having, doing, or being that you're not? When we're jealous, there's always something that we want from that person. And sometimes it's really simple. If we're jealous that this person is always traveling, if we're jealous that this person is playing the guitar or is having an incredible, beautiful relationship while our relationship is struggling, then guess what? We can actually use this information and improve our own life. We don't just have to sit there and be jealous and like chit chat about the person and how bad the person is. I mean, who does she think she is for like living this incredible, beautiful life? I mean, by the way, we can use this information to empower ourselves to improve our own life. But we actually got to do this. It's not just good like, I mean, I'm jealous of her, so I don't want to be friends with her anymore because it's gonna make me feel better. And I'm gonna find friends that are below me that are jealous of me so I can feel better about myself. Like, that doesn't work. That might work in the short term, but it's not actually helping you to step up and to improve your life. Often, envy and jealousy is used as the same word. interchangeably, but there is actually a fine difference. Even though they're two branches on the same tree, jealousy contains a little bit more fear, whereas envy contains more resentment. So just a fine difference, but there is a difference. So how do we deal with the jealousy and how do we let it go? A little jealousy can be normal and okay, and definitely isn't a bad thing, but it becomes a problem if it's persistent and it actually stops you from enjoying your life. The easy thing is, tell yourself that you don't need this emotion in your life, and then breathe in deeply and imagine how the jealousy, you can actually give it a color, whatever color you don't like. I don't know, purple, dark red, whatever kind of color, or even black. You can imagine flowing through your body wherever you're feeling the jealousy. Maybe you're feeling it in your heart, maybe you're feeling it here in your throat, maybe you're feeling it in your stomach. Like, where do you feel the jealousy? Imagine it flowing through your body wherever you feel it, and then breathe it out and let it go. Say, bye jealousy, I actually don't need you, I'm letting you go now, I'm releasing you right now. And sometimes you need to repeat this over and over again until it's actually all out. Depending on how much jealousy you're feeling or how new you are to these breathing processes, it might take a little while, but it's definitely very effective. And to stop being jealous, stop comparing yourself. So many times we compare what we actually see, but these are just our interpretations and not the actual facts. If you're looking at your friend like, oh my god, their relationship is so beautiful, I mean, look at their Instagram, at their beautiful, incredible couple pictures when they're together, like they're always joyful, they're always laughing. Well, you don't know how much work they're putting into the relationship. You don't know what they're actually doing, what it actually takes to create this relationship. You don't know their struggles. Maybe they're just not talking about it or letting them shine through so much. So don't compare yourself. And if you compare, please don't do it. But if you compare, try to find something positive about yourself. And if you say something like, well, their relationship is amazing, but our communication is like world class. So make it up. Don't just look at what other people do. Like, we don't actually care what other people do. We have to focus on ourselves. So focus on what you are good at. And that kind of balances it out a little bit and starts making you feel better. One of the biggest reasons of jealousy is low self-esteem. And people start feeling not good enough, or that they have to be more or do more in order to be deserving of the relationship, of the friendship, of a life that they want to live, that their friends are living, that they are not, and that they're jealous about. But this jealousy, the complaining, the comparing, can actually drag you into a bad place where you're losing these friendships, where you're losing the relationship because it's so annoying that you're constantly complaining and being jealous about other people, but you're not actually doing something to improve your own life. If you're jealous, if you're complaining, well, actually you shouldn't complain, but if you do, we all do it sometimes, so I'll just be honest. If we're complaining, we have to empower ourselves and be strong enough ourselves to stand up and say, you know what? I freaking want that too. I desire to live this life too. I desire to have a relationship like that, where we can communicate in a way that makes me lighten up, where we can talk about everything in the world. So I'm gonna start working towards that. No matter how long it's gonna take me, but I know I'm gonna start improving myself and my life in order to get there. And this is what I do with my clients. Like, it's not gonna be an overnight transformation, even though sometimes it is. But it takes some time to really realize, start embodying the new person that you wanna be, letting go of all the negative stuff, all the complaining, all the comparing, all the jealousy, because you don't need that. You're deserving of the life that you want, because otherwise you wouldn't have the desire to live that kind of life. But start looking at what everyone else is doing and look what you're not having or being or doing. Start doing whatever it takes to get there. If you need help, reach out to me. I'd love to help. I have free trainings on improving your communication, because really communication makes or breaks our relationships. And sometimes it's just fine tunings. Like in this free training, I have 5 simple tips that are so freaking effective, but 99% of people are not doing it, and that really makes a huge difference in communication. So if you want to improve your communication, check the training out. It's linked in the description below. I totally recommend it. It's an incredible training that you can easily do. And then focus on what your brain is telling you and compare the facts with your interpretation of the situation. So many times we maybe know 1 or 2 facts, and then our brain is telling us a story and is making up something that makes us feel bad. But when we actually look at it, that's an interpretation, that is something we came up with. Our brain invented that. Just because we think that it's true doesn't mean it actually is. And most of the time, our interpretation of things aren't true anyways. So why do we listen to them? And then again, figure out what's actually bothering you. What is bothering you that you're getting jealous? Why are you getting jealous here? It's not just like, oh, I'm feeling jealous, I'm pushing the feeling down and I don't want to deal with it, or I don't want to deal with that person just because that person or that situation always gets me jealous, so I'm going to avoid it no matter what. Figure out why it makes you jealous. What is the reason behind it? Then you can start asking yourself questions like, do you often feel like emptiness or a lack of self-worth in your life? How was the atmosphere in your house growing up? Was it warm and loving and also a little stressful? Or was it constantly tense and bad and stressful? And how is the relationship with your early caregivers? All these things influence our jealousy and how we're responding and communicating with other people. Were your caregivers unreliable, or were you raised in a repressed atmosphere? How satisfied are you with your life, your career, your relationship, and your general quality of life? And what exactly do you envy in others? Once you get really clear on these things, it's easy to work through the jealousy, to let go of it, and to improve your own life. But this is up to you if you actually want to improve something, or if you just stay there and like start playing the victim story, like, oh, my life is so bad, I never get what I want, everything and everyone is against me, everyone is living a beautiful life but I just can't, I never have enough, I'm feeling terrible, I want to kill myself. Like bullshit. You have the power to create the life that you want. No matter if it's flying a private jet, or if it's just living in a beautiful house, having an incredible, enlightening, satisfying, fulfilling relationship with your partner. No matter what your desires are, it is possible, and you don't need jealousy for that. The real problem of jealousy isn't feeling it. It starts when we start acting on the jealousy out of a bad way, out of an emotional way. We start hurting ourselves and others because of these feelings. And sometimes we feel like, why is she deserving that and I'm not? Why is she having all the beautiful things, and why is she so successful and I'm not? But this isn't a self-worth thing like, oh, she can have it and I can't. Everyone in this world can have the same things. If we work for it, if we put in the work, if we believe it. But it first starts with believing it, feeling worthy, wanting it, and saying, I'm gonna go get that, no matter what. So for that, we gotta trust ourselves. The more we trust ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the more we enjoy ourselves in our lives, and the more we're happy about other people's success, the more success is gonna come to us. And this is one of the biggest secrets. The more we're excited and happy for other people's success, the easier success is gonna come to us. So if you wanna improve your life, get that free communication training, like it's gonna change the way you communicate in an incredible way. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family so they know what to do against jealousy and how to overcome it with ease. And give this video a like if you did like it, and consider subscribing if you want to improve the quality of your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.